workshop is about the Traktor Control F1. Raise your hand if you're a Traktor user. Raise your hand if you've ever used the F1 before. Raise your hand if you're a DJ. For the people who aren't Traktor users, what do you use? Vinyl. Oh, my man. Nice. Well, you can use this mixer with vinyl if you want to. Cool. I come from a vinyl background myself, DMCs and things like that. What we're going to look at is how to use the Traktor Control F1, not just sort of the nuts and bolts of it. And I guess I'm going to apologize in advance to the people who've been here for every session. Shout out to you guys. Some of this is going to be repetition. There's only so much a man can teach. We're going to be looking at ways to use this controller, different approaches to using this controller to sort of bring live elements into the context of a DJ set. Now, there are two key phrases there. The one is live, and for me, what live is that firstly, you're doing more than just playing two songs. You're adding something significantly different to the musical texture, which is coming through the speakers. And the other element is danger, in that something can go wrong if you mess up. If you're in a situation where it's always going to be on time and everything's going to work no matter what, for me, that's not quite live. Some of the safety net has to be removed. And then in the context of a DJ set, by that I mean, to me, the mindset of being a DJ is you're in a room, something's happening in the room, and you're deciding what sort of music, what sort of sound should be coming into that room to sort of meet the needs of the room. So you're thinking, okay, what song should I play next? What kind of tricks should I do next? And the remix decks of Traktor, as hopefully I will show, allow you to do producer things, but still think of those producer things like a DJ, where you're thinking, okay, it's time, the crowd needs this, I can hit them with this track, or I can hit them with, in this case, this remix set. So what I'm going to do is show you different examples of how to use the Traktor Control F1 to sort of do live type things. It's of course a very blurry word concept live, but yeah, hopefully give you some ideas. Maybe you'll have some ideas for me, and that's what we are going to do here today. Are there any questions about life, your car, or a Traktor right off the bat? Okay. In that case, the very first example I'm going to look at is just simply using the F1 as a MIDI controller. So actually, if I'm using this controller, I can hit Shift and Browse on the controller, and it will switch it from controlling the remix decks, as it was kind of designed to initially, and it will go to being a full-on Traktor controller. The F1 is a nice controller for a bunch of reasons. I mean, firstly, it's sort of a middle ground between the pads of the machine and the smaller buttons of the X1. But secondly, you have very robust color control, where we can see I have, let's see, I'm going to hold it upside down. Right now on this page, I'm controlling my cue points in Traktor. I'm going to take it for granted that you know what a cue point is. If not, I'll just say quickly, it's marking a spot in the song that you can jump to with a single button. But I have blue for my normal cue points. There's an orange if there's no cue point there. We have green to turn my loops on and off. We have yellow to turn my sync on and off. And actually, if I were to load in a track that had a loop in it, the spot, this is the spot where the loop is. It actually knows the way I've mapped it so that the loops will be green. If you're into LED mapping, this gets your juices going. Being able to have different LED states for different states of the program. So the very first thing I want to show is using this as a MIDI controller, all the examples I'm going to give are going to be within the context of the DJ set. So I'm going to be playing a song. People.
Alright, so I'm bringing in the next song, and with this next song I'm going to do some kind of live thing just with me control. I've mixed over to the next song. One column can be playing at a time. One sound per column can be playing at a time, but all the columns can be playing at the same time together. So you can have something from here, 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 all playing at the same time. But once again, only one can be playing per column. For each column, you can have 16 different samples. I just turn this knob, and I get a whole different page of samples to choose from. So in total, you can have 64 different samples. I could also hold the button down, this knob down, and then click, and that will take me to page 2. That's another way too. Let me load in a remix set here that'll help illustrate it as well. Now hopefully you can at least, it's still kind of dim, but that's fine. Now you can see it. Okay, so different samples can be playing at different times. For each column, you have a volume fader. You also have a filter where it's high pass and low pass for each column. You can also do things like change the volume of individual samples if you load it in and it's too quiet or it's too loud. It's actually a really nice, easy way to do it. If something is too loud, what you do is you bring it down to the volume where you want it to be. You hold Shift, and then you push it all the way back up, and now the top volume will be where that quiet volume was. If it's too quiet, what you can do is hold Shift and bring it down, and then release, and then when you bring it back up, it'll be louder. You can change the pitch of the different samples. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can also color code these guys. So if I go, it's hard to see, but there's a shift page here, color. I go shift color. I change this, click here, and now any one of these I click, that will be the color. Yeah, nice and pretty. But it can also be very useful as far as you can color code types of sounds. You can color code each page that you're using. Lots of different ways to sort of make the experience good for you. Any questions about sort of just the nuts and bolts? Just sort of like how, what's going on with these remixes? Any questions about that? Yes?
How is it possible to delete the whole remix set? To delete it, a whole remix set?
How is it, so you're asking how is it possible to delete a whole remix set? Like, you made a remix set, and then after, like, this is crap.
Yeah.
I want this out of here. Yeah, what you would do is you would just go here in the preferences, and you would right-click it. You'd right-click the remix set in question, and then you could either delete from playlist. That would just get out of your playlist. But what you could do is do delete from collection. And let's do this with one. Let's make a new remix set so I don't delete something that I like. So let's make a new one. And I'm going to call this one piece of crap. I'm going to put one sample in it. Really crappy remix set. I'm going to save this remix set. And then if I go into, say, track collection, all remix sets, I have my piece of crap remix set. I right-click it, I do delete from collection, and when I do this, I get these options. It's either just delete from collection, or additionally remove unused reference samples from hard drive, or force deletion of reference samples from hard drive. If you want to really wipe it off the face of the earth, you can do this one. Additionally, remove unused reference samples from hard drive. I guess that's just sort of tidying things up. Let's do this as an experiment where if I delete this, I'm hoping it doesn't also delete the initial song. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think we're in business because I sampled from here. Yeah, so if you really want to wipe it off the face of the earth, you just pick the bottom one. Answer your question? Yeah, so you just have to find it, delete from collection. Any more questions about nuts and bolts? Okay, so let's look at ways to actually use these. Because it's one thing to be like, here are a bunch of samples. Great, what are ways that I can use this in my life? And I'm going to give you a few approaches. First one I'll give is maybe I'll sort of go in degrees of things being different from normal DJing. So the first one I'm going to give is sort of a silly example, but it's near and dear to my heart. And the example is rap lyrics forever. And me, I'm someone, I just love rap lyrics to be playing at all times during my DJ set. So I've made a remix set that is indeed all just different loops of rap lyrics. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sort of my normal mixing, but on top there's going to be an additional layer of rap lyrics playing at all times. For you, it doesn't have to be rap lyrics. It could be like, drum breaks or percussion loops or like whistling. Maybe you're into whistling. You get 64 samples of people whistling. You have whistling on your set the whole time. It's up to you. It's just sort of this theme of your DJing plus something else is happening on top. So let's try that. Like I said, I have a bunch of rap samples here. So we were coming out of, we'll continue the mix a bit. Get up on my level track, get up on my level track, get up on my level track, get up on my level track. When I hit a new pad, it will always play on the beat. I can change the quantization by holding quant on the controller or by clicking here, and this is all in terms of beat. So if I wanted it to be a bar, or an 8th note or a 16th note, I could do that here. Just so you know. Now I'm going entirely over to the F1. Notice how I'm doing these live kind of volume fixes using the shift thing I was talking about. Alright, so I can do this to my heart's content. Everyone's dancing like this, having a good old fun time with the crowd. Then when I decide it's time to leave, I can just bring in the song and sync it to the overall thing going on, and go back to DJ mode. Now I'm kind of using it in the rap vocals way, where now I'm back to DJing and I just have stuff on top. Okay. All right, so that was an example theme remix set use.